air over Red Rock Canyon was unusually cold for late September. Dana Wilson, a local schoolteacher and avid trail runner, had arrived just after sunrise for her usual weekend jog. She preferred the quieter paths, often weaving through old horse trails and rarely used ridgelines. That morning, she veered off course slightly, drawn by a new loop she hadn't tried before, one that dipped through a narrow ravine behind a cluster of red boulders. It was there, on the edge of a dry creek bed, that she saw something strange. Sticking out of the dirt. At first, she thought it was just a weathered piece of trash, an old shoe, maybe, but as she got closer, her steps slowed. It wasn't just a shoe. It was a sun-bleached hiking boot, the tread worn but intact, half buried beneath layers of sand and crumbling shale. What made her stop cold wasn't just the boot itself. It was the faded socks still inside, and the unmistakable glint of something plastic wedged beneath it. Reaching down with a trembling hand, Dana uncovered the corner of a small, dust-covered GoPro camera. Partially smashed but still intact, she knew the moment was important, possibly even historic. Shaken, she called it in immediately. Park rangers arrived within the hour, quickly sealing off the area. The boot was a perfect match to a pair Ryan had been wearing in one of the couple's last social media posts. The camera, battered and corroded by sun and sand, was sent to forensic techs who worked tirelessly to extract what data they could. For the first time in years, the families had something tangible, something real, hold on to, and what they would soon uncover would send shockwaves through both the Pepitid investigation and the small online community that had never stopped searching for answers. The GoPro's memory card had been damaged, but a few fragments of video were recoverable. The footage was shaky and silent, no audio survived, but investigators were able to stitch together several clips. One showed Jessica walking ahead of Ryan through a narrow slot canyon, smiling nervously at the camera. Another showed them pausing as if unsure of which path to take. But the final clip, time-stamped at 11:12 a.m., was the most disturbing. Ryan was filming as they stood on a ridge overlooking a strange formation of rocks. In the distance, a hooded figure stood motionless on a ledge above them. The figure didn't wave, didn't move, just stood there. Jessica turned to the camera, mouthing something. Analysts believe she was saying, "He's still there." And then the footage cuts abruptly. No scream, no chaos, just a sudden end to what might have been their final moment. The next 3 hours of data on the card were unrecoverable, corrupted, likely by heat or deliberate damage. No trace of the hooded figure was ever found, and no further footage emerged. The families were devastated. The discovery raised more questions than it answered. Who was the figure? Were they being followed? Were they running from something or someone? Whatever the truth was, one thing became clear. Ryan and Jessica had seen something in those canyons.